Let me be clear. The DOJ lawsuit announced today is legally and constitutionally dead wrong.
2 hours ago, Governor Kemp in Savannah along the coast responding to a lawsuit filed today against Georgia by the U.S. Justice Department.
The suit claims the state's new voting law, known as SB 202, violates the Voting Rights Act. Joe Henke joins us now with reaction to this lawsuit. Joe.
Well, Sheba, the lawsuit from the DOJ takes issue with a list of provisions in SB 202 claiming they violate the civil rights of voters in Georgia, especially black voters.
Today, the Department of Justice is suing the state of Georgia.
This morning, U.S. Attorney General Merrick Garland announced the lawsuit targeting the voting bill Governor Brian Kemp signed into law only 3 months ago. The DOJ in its suit claims changes to procedures for how Georgia voters request and use absentee ballots, ballot drop boxes, and early voting violate the rights of voters. And prosecutors are arguing the bill was passed with the intent to especially suppress black voters. So far, more than a half dozen lawsuits have been filed against SB 202, but this suit is unique, Georgia Congresswoman and Democrat Nikema Williams says. Garland this morning said the suit filed against Georgia comes as the DOJ is reviewing new and proposed voting laws in other states.
The Department of Justice is standing on behalf of the people in this country and making sure that no matter where you live, they're focused on Georgia today. But what I heard was, make no mistake, wherever you are in this country, the federal government has an obligation to make sure that your civil and constitutional rights are protected.
In a press conference this afternoon, Governor Brian Kemp responded to the suit, saying it is the latest move in a politically motivated response from Democrats to SB 202.
Their false and baseless accusations are quite honestly disgusting. But I can't say that I'm surprised. The president and his administration, Stacey Abrams, and their far-left allies have lied about the Election Integrity Act from the beginning.
And in the past hour, Atlanta Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms released a statement on the DOJ lawsuit, reading in part, Georgia Senate Bill 202 and dozens like it across the country represent a coordinated assault on voting rights and protections, disproportionately affecting communities of color and other minority groups. And Sheba, both Governor Kemp and Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger in their comments today said they are confident the state will defeat this lawsuit in court.
Yeah, to be continued here, Joe. Thank you.